Wait till some of y'all come in the building, man. Sip some of this coffee. Support Shine, the Shine Network for all your OT needs. What's up, Jose Lopez? Control LeGrew in the building. What's up, man? David Howard. Hold on, man. It took a little bit of time to start, bro. Oh, no wonder. There's a delay. Huh, interesting. Anyway, what up, Gabe Toss? Terrell in the building. What up? Rachel, what up? Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Rachel. By the way, if you have my number, my phone number, please call my phone number because I lost my contacts. Anybody that has my personal phone number, please send me a text with your name in it so I can put you back in my new phone. I switched from Android to Apple, so I have to figure out how to get my contacts. What's up to the beautiful Barbara D? So beautiful, so happy to see you. It was a beautiful day this morning outside in Texas, nice and warm outside, and I thought to myself, I wonder if Barbara D is going to be in the show today. Crossed my mind. Hope you're doing well, beautiful Barbara D. All things. What's up, man? Marcus the Villain. What up, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, Marcus the Villain. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're blessed, man. I hope life is plentiful, prosperous for you. Hope everything's going well. It's going to be a good day. We get to see the weigh-in. Coach Chris in the building. What's up? What's up? Easy number one. The Cardenas. What's up, man? Denali. What's up? Omega Red. What's up? Tim Carey. Devin Haney. Let's go. I forgot all about Devin Haney. It's time to root for Devin Haney. I'm ready to root for Devin Haney. But I ain't going to lie, bro. He better not lose that fight. He better look good. I have to tell you, man, in order for the Hanos clan to make any type of real comeback, they're going to need to have a significant performance, bro. Yes, they are. They're going to have to have he's going to have a significantly better performance than the last time out. But the fact that he's working with Shane Mosley, I think that's an excellent thing, man. What's up, Mr. LeGrew? He said, Fanon, you ain't tell me Devin was in the prelims. He's the prelims? What do you mean he's in the prelims, man? Tell me he better not be fighting before Teofimo Lopez. He better not be, bro. What's up? That government job, getting my CDL plus getting married in 2 months, so life is blessed. Yes, sir, man. Oh, that's wonderful, man. Do your thing, man. What's up, Jamal Fareed? Cody, tell him. Who Lil B? Yes, sir. He fight first. What? Hell no. He is not fighting before Teofimo. I told you Turki Al-Sheikh was bitching that nigga. Did I or did I not tell you that Turki Al-Sheikh was bitching his ass? I told you. There's no way. You guys got to confirm this for me. That Devin Haney is he's in the prelims. He's on the main card, but he's after Teo. That's racism. That's racist. I have to say that I believe that Devin Haney is a victim of racism. How could he possibly be? He fighting before the fight. What? Oh, that's what's Jamal. Hey, man, Phoenix with the big $20 holler. Says starting the day with hate because it feels great. BBL Debbie and his dad both got booed. Don't know whether to call him booed or booer or boo-boo because it's double the boos. Devin losing again is best for boxing. May it be so. That shit is hilarious. Man, thank y'all for please today. Can we have the month of March where I make my goal? Because dog, woo-wee. It's tough out here in these YouTube streets with these fake ass channels. Alicia Craig says, if Haney what's up, sweetie? If Haney gets a better performance than we thought, then when he fought Prograis, do you think that'll change how people see the rematch? Yes, I do. Absolutely, positively, I do think that'll change how they see the rematch. I do. Absolutely 100% believe that would change people's outlook, especially if he gets a stoppage. And if he's nice and strong, and he said that he got better, he learned how to punch. Did you hear that? He learned proper punch mechanics. Hey, man, Mr. Jackson, thank you so much, man. $3 holler said, peace, Mr. Blackwell. Thank you, Myron. Thank you, bro. Let me open up Cash App, bro, because I have my phone now. So, Barbara Davis, thank you so much for the $10 holla. Barbara D in the building. Thank you so much for supporting Super Chat Thursday. For real, appreciate you so much, man. RL said for the support. Thank you. It's really needed. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Kamal Oz said, am I the only one who can appreciate the irony of Devin working with Sugar Shane Mosley and claiming to be the standard bearer for a clean sport? I have to say you are probably the only person that connected that. I did not connect that. I thought for my second self, it's interesting that he's working with Sugar Shane Mosley. But I didn't think of the fact that, Sugar Shane Mosley got zipped by Victor Conti. So maybe I don't know, man. It's crazy. Boxing is a very small world, man. Very small world, apparently. Where people can anyway, it's a rest haven for shady niggas, is what it is. Boxing, hey, and again, thank you, Mr. Jackson, for the $3 holler. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you, sir, for supporting the channel. Thank you. Bella said Turkey got Devin fighting in the parking garage. All right, I need a solid answer from the chat. And here's a link. Hey, what's up, Kurt Hurd? I'm gonna put a link in here early. I want y'all, anybody who wants to talk boxing or ask me anything, you guys can click the link. Even the haters, I will not throw Devin Haney haters off. Bill Haney, look, your son is fighting, so I'll let you get a little airtime today. I'll let you guys get a little airtime today. We can talk about you for a second. You know what I mean? We can talk about you for a second. Ryan mentioned Victor and Snack at the press conference. Oh, he did. Like you're working with the dirtiest guy. I saw that part of the press conference. Man, Phoenix the assassin holding me down, bro. Thank you, sir. Said Devin saying he just now learning how to punch 30 plus fights in 10 years is like Nick Cannon with 15 kids finally learning about condoms. Both came too late. He should learn to avoid left hooks. Yeah. Oh man, he been in the game. Hey man, look, bro, I refuse to hate on Devin today, other than to say the truth, bro. Devin got to do. Debbie Pooh need to do something. You know what I mean? Debbie Pooh. No, hold on, I might pull it up. Hold on a second. I'll pull it up now, Kamal. Man, Kamal, you my guy, 100 miles an hour, dog. Okay, you didn't send me anything today. I need my there you go. Oh, here. He said your son ain't got a chin. Your son ain't got no balls. Your son ain't got no balls. Hey, thank you, Kurt Hurst said for that target. Yeah, thanks, man. Because if we get the target, then the number of people that don't watch don't matter. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Fresh Baker, man? Thank you, thank you, Mr. Hurd. Oh, that shit is hilarious. Yeah, I just checked it out. Yeah. Bill Haney was talking about how Ryan Garcia went up 7 pounds and how he looks soft. So I mean, he looks soft. He looks soft. He said your son, Ryan Garcia. What's Ryan Garcia's daddy's name? Ryan Garcia's daddy name says something to the effect of your son ain't got a chin. Yeah. The weigh-ins today. Yes, sir. The weigh-ins today. Can't wait for the weigh-in. For now, what's next for Ryan after he fights Devin? Boots or Tio? Probably Tio. I have to think. Henry, thank you very much, man. Come on, thank you. Yeah, Henry Garcia. Shout out to Henry Garcia. Hey, man, I like Henry Garcia. He was grabbing his nuts, too. He said, your son ain't got no balls. Your son ain't got no balls. You do all the talking for him. Honestly, man, come on, man. That's what thing you got to do, bro. Look, man, we all got fathers, man. We all got fathers. Some of us got overbearing fathers. Some of us got overbearing, distant fathers. Some of us got fathers that we didn't grow up with. You know what I mean? That's what happens with us. We're Black America, man. But you got to let your son, do what your son does, man. You got to let your son start talking for himself, Bill. It's time, Bill. Let me give you a daddy lecture, Bill. Bill, speaking for the unified group of fathers, nigga, you need to back up off your son. Really, man. You're making him look like a boy, man. You ain't got to do all of that stuff. That's over the top, bro. JM Sound said his father don't get in the ring for him. I'm confused. Is Devin a punk? Did he get up every time? Let me tell you something, man. Let me answer your question with an example. I used to call people punks, and I would beat them up, and every time I knocked them down, they got back up, and every time they got back up, I knocked them back down. See, you could look at it like Devin kept getting back up, but you could also look at it like Ryan kept knocking his ass down. About that many times, bro. He knocked him down. Okay? The fact that he got up, whoop-de-fucking-do. Okay? Am I pro-bully? Hell yeah, I'm pro-bully. Boxing is nothing about bullying people, man. Come on, man. Stop being a softy, bro. Stop being a softy, man. You're pro-bully. You're pro-bully. Ask, how does he not have balls? Go ask Henry Garcia because he's the one that said it. However, I'll explain for you why Henry Garcia would say that he doesn't have any balls. Because Devin doesn't speak for himself. His father does all the talking. That's why I say he doesn't have any balls. There you go. He may be saying he doesn't have any balls because he's fighting the prelims. What do I say about what, man? You can click the link, bro. Here's the link, man. I don't have to keep asking questions for you, man. Put it in the super chat, buddy. Put it in the super chat. Put it in the super chat or click the link, buddy. You're not going to get mad. You're not going to get me into some long-ass conversation about what I think about what he said. I'm going to tell you why he said it. Oh, hey, what's up, Eon B? I said this can't stop. Okay, man. Uncle E, what up? I changed my name, man. Okay, cool. I got you, bro. Eon BS. Eon BS. Eon BS. I'll never support that channel in this way. Bitch, nigga, you already did. You had to watch the ad, hoe ass nigga. Anyway, bro, you'll never click the link, and you'll never put it in the super chat. Okay, great. I'm not going to block you for not supporting. But if you don't have something constructive to say, I'm going to block you for not having anything constructive to say. There's a lot of people in the live stream. Yeah. Okay. Here you go, bro. Look, bro. You have nothing constructive to say. So since you have nothing constructive to say, I don't give a shit about you telling me what you're not going to give me. You're a bum ass dude, and I don't care what you're going to give me or not give me. I appreciate you, bro, for coming by, but you don't have anything constructive to say. You don't have to give me a penny, bro, if you have something constructive to say. But if you have something unconstructive to say, I'm going to throw you out. You telling me what you're not going to do is not constructive. Just take your ass on, go somewhere, nigga. But I will answer your question. Devin is not a bitch. I don't think Devin, I think Devin, I'm not going to say Devin has balls, but I'm going to say Devin is not lacking them. Ho. What up to the great Kamal?
What's up, Fanon? Appreciate you crediting me with that. Me and Phoenix with the Ryan Rowley prediction and our thoughts in that video. You didn't have to do that. So,
I did.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So I did want to get your final predictions because I don't think I've heard your final predictions on all these fights this weekend, and then also get your thoughts on, anyway, successfully negotiating fights for 2026 for both Akhmadiliev and Nakatani. So who the hell is he going to fight the rest of 2025 when you could just push off mandatories to the next year? I don't know if you heard about that news, but I'd like to get your thoughts on that and then your final predictions on the major fights this weekend. Thanks. Bye.
All right, brother. Peace. All right. So as far as Inoue moving his mandatories off, I haven't heard that, but I'm not surprised. If he moved him off into 2026, I don't know. He's going to get one more fight in 2025 probably. And then hopefully he'll fight those guys, the mandatories back to back. But, par for the course, man. I wouldn't expect anything different, man. Money rules boxing. And these guys they're bringing Monster Inoue to the United States. And, hey, man, maybe they want an easier route for the fight in the United States. I don't even know the guy that he's fighting. Anyway, his father don't get in the ring for him. I'm confused. Is Devin a punk? I didn't say Devin's a punk. Devin's a fighter. I would never call Devin a punk. My criticism is for Bill. Bill needs to get out of his way. So I'll address your point because you're probably just king, whatever, some bozo. I will address your point. I do not think Devin Haney's a punk. I do not. That's the answer to your question. Henry Garcia thinks he's a punk. I think Bill Haney needs to leave his son alone. That's what I think. Because if I was a father around Bill's son and Bill was acting like that around my child, I would be quite upset with Bill. You know what I mean? So you have to remember, Henry Garcia is a father too. Let's not be a hypocrite. Let's not be a hypocrite. If Bill Haney is talking and taking pictures and calling Ryan Garcia fat, looking like he's fat, filming him, putting him on social media in the middle of his workout, guess who's bullying somebody? That's Bill that's bullying. It's not Henry Garcia. All Henry Garcia is doing is responding to Bill trying to intimidate and distract Ryan. Okay? Now Ryan can do what he wants to do. Look, man, I don't like giving predictions for fights. I don't like doing that. I have to tell you. Andy G, I don't really like giving predictions for fights. So people ask because I haven't given one. Kamala said you never give your predictions. I don't. You know why? Because number one, I don't gamble, right? So I can enjoy a fight if I'm not really pressing hard for one guy or another. And honestly, man, I don't have enough information a lot of times to really tell you because I don't know how the fighters are feeling, and it really matters how they're feeling that day. Right? The truth of the matter is Devin Haney in his last fight with Ryan Garcia may have just not felt good that day. He may have just been really, really off that day and had a really, really bad day at the office. You know, you just never know. But if I had to do it because Kamal's my guy and he said, ask me to do it, so I will do it for Kamal, I would say, give me Ryan Garcia, give me Devin Haney, and give me Teofimo Lopez. I think I'll take all three straight out. The biggest risk is obviously Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez. So, hey, speaking of Henry Garcia, why doesn't Ryan look anything like his dad nor his mom, yet favors Oscar? I don't know, man. Sometimes genetics are funny, bro. Rick Timms, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't look anything like my father. Like nothing like my father. When I was a little kid, I used to look at Muhammad Ali on TV because I look like 1,000 times more like Muhammad Ali than I look like my father. So who knows? Genetics are just really, really funny. You know what I mean? Maybe you aspire to be somebody, bro, and you just morph your body. Because, hey, man, Michael Jordan had one brother. Michael Jordan 6'5", 6'6". And, hey, what's up, Sunchild? Was 6'5", 6'6". And he has a brother that's 5'10". So you just never know, man. You know what I mean? Genetics are really, really funny. I'm like I said, because my dad is downstairs. I don't look like anything like my dad. Phoenix, what's up, bro?
How you feeling? What's going on, man?
Man, I'm having a good morning talking that boxing with you, brother. You know, always good to see you, man. Always good to hear you.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Before you start hating,
talk about the love. Doing good. He doing good. Yeah, he enjoyed his 4th birthday, so that's what's up. And
happy birthday.
He doing pretty well. Thanks. So on with the hating, I guess.
Yes, sir. Please commence with the hating, man. I think there's plenty of stuff to work with today.
Oh, there is, man. That press conference, man.
I'm checking it out,
man. Hey, Bill, man, this dude, Bill. He out here talking about, hey, I'm hearing too much Spanish. It smells like lies in here. Nigga, your mouth is under your nose. Of course it smells like lies in there. What you talking about? Like, how you trying to blame it on Spanish? Like, come on. You don't know
that
this?
Dude said it smells like lies, man. That's it. Nigga, you said that's your breath, nigga. That's your breath.
Like the fact that he said that, I'm like, man, come on.
Man, you said that's hey, nah, nigga, that's your upper lip, nigga.
I know it's like everywhere he go, he got essence of lying by just coming out there. And then, man, I tell you, people out here hoping for Devin to look good. Like for a fighter who can't adjust, getting his ass whooped, taking a year off, and then coming back against the guy that's been active at a higher weight class. Like, come on, that's a recipe for disaster. And people keep on trying to say Devin's the next Floyd. He ain't Floyd. He ain't getting no torch passed to him. He got a very short match. That's what was passed to him. Like Devin, like people are gonna find out. Like Devin, like really, like there has to be something really wrong with Ramirez where he come in, don't throw no punches and don't do shit for Devin to look spectacular. Like that's what it's gonna take. And a lot of people think Ramirez is on his way out anyway. Like that's what people are saying on Twitter and shit. Like he's not really a guy that I've paid attention to, but he has a decent record. Don't really have a high knockout rate though, so I don't know what that says for him. But I mean, it is a higher weight class, so maybe them shots is a little heavier. But Devin coming in with over a year of inactivity, and trying to learn something new and come into a fight, showing that for like I said, for a fighter who doesn't have it in him to be able to adjust, that's something that's going to be problems for him because he's not like a Floyd, he's not like a Canelo, a B Hop, Andre Ward, or even Tank, because these are fighters that we know can make adjustments and show different things in each fight. Devin don't do that, and we've seen it. We've seen it with Lomachenko most notably, because he's in the corner talking about, hey man, like his dad's telling him, what was it, go left or go right or whatever. He said, I tried that already. He figured me out. Like, man, there ain't no fighter who know how to adjust is talking about he got figured out in the middle of a fight. And he was eating them left hands back to back to back to back. Every fight where he's been smacked in the head and looked bad, wobbled or whatever. Even with Linares, I think it was a left from Linares that had him, wobbling back to the corner and everything. And it doesn't matter if it's coming from a southpaw orthodox fighter. That left hand is trouble for him, and that's the problem right there. And the fact that people keep on talking about his great defense and his jab, Ramirez about the same height as him, about the same reach, so he's not going to have that same advantage that he had over them other small people that threw him off before he fought Ryan. So I just think it's a recipe for disaster for Devin right now, especially against a guy like Ramirez. Not to say that Ramirez is horrible, but I'd say like maybe I give him like a B, solid B as a fighter, you know. And for Devin to come back, if he struggles, if he look bad or anything, like shoot. And but I was thinking about this though. There is a way that one of my wishes could come true. If Devin lose and Rolly lose, they could both fight each other, and then we could still see Rolly smack the shit out of Devin. Because hey, honestly, I say Rolly is another fighter that can beat Devin. People might think I'm crazy, but hey, Rolly's style, the fact that he hits, the fact that he got some timing, the fact that he can cut the ring off, that's something that's going to spell trouble for Devin. Even the movement that Rolly showed against Pitbull Cruz, that would be a problem for Devin because Devin can't cut the ring off himself, which is another thing that a lot of these fighters is coming up. Last thing I'll say before I go, it reminds me of something that Roy Jones has said, where boxing got away from being about skill and technique to strength and conditioning, where you got fighters is winning because they got a bigger gas tank, not necessarily because they're more skilled. And to an extent, I agree with that because you see a lot of fighters these days getting praised for their technical ability when in reality it's their athletic prowess. They fast, they hit hard, they're quick on their feet, but then they can't adjust. They don't got the skill to adjust. So seeing that, I'm like, yeah, it spells trouble for Devin. So I've changed my mind about Rolly and Ryan. I want Ryan to win. I still think it's a close 50-50 fight. But if Ryan beat Rolly and then Devin lose to Ramirez, I think Rolly and Devin should fight next. That would be a good fight. Just so we could see Devin get whooped by somebody else. Like getting whooped by Ryan, all that does is show that Oscarine didn't do it. But if Devin lose to Rolly though, you know how people be hating on Rolly. So, they're gonna have a hard time. Is they gonna say that Rolly is still horrible, or they're gonna start trying to elevate him because he beat the hell out of Devin? You're gonna have to wait and see. And like I said, I'm hoping that happens. I'm hoping that happens. If it doesn't rain. If it doesn't rain, that's what I hope happens. So yeah, that's what I'm keeping my eye out for. Tiafimo and Barboza, don't give a shit either way. Tiafimo, man, fuck that dude. But that's all I got for you, man. I'm out.
Hey, real quick though. Let me
Oh
see
yeah.
it. Yeah, the boxing schedule is crazy weekend in store. That will begin on Friday, May 2nd, with Fatal Fear event outdoors at the New York's Times Square, with the return of Ryan Garcia to face Rolly Romero, and will continue with Canelo Alvarez's first fight in Saudi Arabia as he looks to become the undisputed light heavyweight champion again when he takes on William Skull. Ryan Garcia returns to the ring against Rolly Romero in an event that will be spicy, with a card that will be accompanied by the co-main event by Devin Haney against Jose Ramirez, while before the atmosphere will be heated by Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barboza. Hold on. So what you're saying and telling me is that means that the fight is going to be Ryan. The first fight is Ryan, and then the second fight is going to be Tio, but the co-main event or the co-main event is going to be what? Like, oh, that sounds to me like Tio's going first.
Yeah, I think Tio's going first, and then it's gonna
Okay.
be then it's gonna be Devin and Ramirez, and then of course Rolly and Ryan for the main event.
Okay, I must have heard people wrong because I thought they were telling me that that he was that Devin was on the prelim. So y'all was just joking because he's not the main event. Okay,
Well,
cool.
I mean, like considering all the boos last night, I don't think they want people booing like that during the co-main, so they might switch it.
Man, that booing was crazy, huh?
Boo this man.
You know what I want to know though?
What's up?
Who was there? Because it's an invite only shit.
Now that's what
Like,
I'm wondering. That was probably the hey.
I want to know who's there.
Oh, hey, if that's the case, if it was invite only for the press too. Damn, that means the press don't like his ass. Hey,
It's invite only, dog. That event is
it
on
is.
invite only.
That's what because Teofimo asked him about that. Is it open to the public? It's like, oh no, we got selective seating. It's like, yeah, but it's open to the public. We got selective seating. So Teofimo's like, nah, fucking New York, go ahead and just come out anyway. So, but hey, you see, I did send you a video and I posted it on Twitter, like what it looks like the ring. Did you see that yet? What they got set up for the ring?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. I got a video of it. I posted it on Twitter.
Hey, Phoenix, though, please keep sending me that shit. And
Oh
anybody
yeah.
else, please keep sending me it. And I also got to put a message out here. We are 9 towards the goal. So thank you. We can go an extra hour. If we get to the goal of 15, then I can carry the live stream an extra hour. And we can do like an MH Blackwell type of thing if we make it to 15. Because then I know I ain't got to go out and like write a contract or something. Or somebody.
All right, for sure.
So yeah, so please. And if you have, Phoenix, do you have my phone number?
I don't know. You can send it to me on IG.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right.
Hey, Noop. Hey, watch this shit. Listen to this. Noop, they were using crowd noise.
They had a soundboard.
They had a sound. Now, dog, for real. I'm gonna go back. I'm watching it. I didn't pay attention to that phenomenal show. If you're telling me that they had a noise machine, I'm finna go off. LR, man, thank you, brother. We 10. We're at 10. Thank you, brother. We're at 10. Thank you, sir.
I was about to say, like, it must be a reason why they didn't show the crowd during that press conference because the camera was zoomed in on the front table. At least on the Fight Hub stream, I didn't see what they had on Fight Hyper or the other channel, so I might have to go back and look. But I watched it on Fight Hub, and yeah, they was zoomed in on the table.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I'll catch you later.
All right, brother. Get back, man. Peace.
Yep.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Hey, yeah. Hey, hit the link, bro. Rick, hit the link and I'll give it to you in the private chat. Hit the link and I give you my phone number in the private chat. And I can take yours in the private chat. Or you can come in and put it in the private chat and then I can hit you up. Kamal said, Ben Eubank next. 2 is next. Are you interested or no? I'm very interested. Very interested in that fight happening again. I secretly, bro, not so secretly, because I've always told people I'm a big Chris Eubank fan. I like his dad, bro. His dad is a wild dude, man. Did you see his dad talking shit? His dad was at ringside. He said he was arguing with Nigel Benn, and he was telling Nigel Benn, I think you know how he speaks all aristocratic, dog, straight aristocratic, man. He's always very polished, we're very well dressed, very very gentlemanly, almost to the point of sounding a little bit soft, but he'll whoop your ass. So you ain't saying that shit to him. Anyway, he said I got into the moment. I was like, Rastafari lick him. Rastafari lick him. I was amped, bro. Dog, y'all can call in, man. Yeah, dog. People be scared to call in, bro. Don't be scared to call in. Y'all are okay. Somebody said Martin's got to write contracts. He putting hits out on people. Yes, absolutely. Rick Timms. I mean, absolutely. Where'd he go? Hunter Young said, writing contracts for somebody, is Martin putting hits out on people? Yes, I am. That would be in the affirmative, Hunter Young. Absolutely, bro. I'm finna get some people up out of here, dog. I'm just joking. In my fantasy world, yeah, dog, I'm finna get some people up out of here. No, bro, I'm not a pacifist. Eubank talks that trash in a classic fashion. Yeah, he does. I like Nigel Benn. I like Connor Benn. I like Chris Eubank and Chris Eubank Jr. I like all those guys, man. First of all, let me tell you, I love UK boxing. Because UK boxing is exciting, You know, you can get a sense of the rivalry that they have in the UK, and it's fun to watch when UK dudes are fighting UK dudes. Even down the card, if I know enough about them, kind of like Fraser Clark and my guy Fabio Warbley, when those guys fight, I pay attention to those guys. You know, I was paying attention to my guy. What's my guy's name? Dang, I'm forgetting it, man. Not Eggman, Cheeseman, Eggman. Somebody I used to watch. I haven't seen in a minute, but somebody Cheeseman, somebody like that. Eubank has an elegant style and swag. Yeah, he does. He dresses to the 9 at all times, bro. Eubank Senior dresses to the 9s at all times, bro. To the 9s at all times. So yeah, I mess with the Eubank. So I definitely want to see that again. What's up, Laz Dad? How you feeling, brother? Speaking of Fabio Warbley, Big Baby Miller has pulled out of the fight with him. Yeah, smart move. He was gonna get the brakes beaten off of him. Fabio Warbley can fight, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Fabio Warbley get on the international stage. I don't know how young he is. I do think Fabio is a little bit older, but you know, hey, he got through old boy. What's the other Brit's name that he beat? I think it was for the Commonwealth heavyweight title. I think it is Fraser Clark. Yeah, I think it was Fraser Clark. He beat Fraser Clark. What times do the fights come on? Let me look. Hold on one second. The fights come on at man, they got these bullshit international times. 6:30 Eastern time. The main event is going to be at about 10:15. Or is that right? Yeah, 10:15. So 9:15 Central. It's kind of early. So I don't mind that. I like that. I'm going to buy each one of these things separately, though. I'll probably buy them. But yeah, I think Turkey suckered me. Yeah, I probably got suckered. I'm probably going to get suckered into buying the whole thing. I can't lie. David, Fraser Clark and David, no, not him. Not him. The fight starts at 4:30 for me tomorrow. I'll be at work. Yeah. Phenomenal Show said I ain't supporting none of that. Well, then Phenomenal Show, I'll be seeing the fights on the YouTube channel the next day. I'll be watching it on the YouTube channel. Nah, I gotta watch it, dog. I gotta watch it, bro. I should throw you out, YD 402. Tell Turkey to call me, man. Tell Turkey to call me, man. You ain't got to send these local yokels to me, bro. Gay, just come on and call me, man. Come on and call me. If you won't look, nobody will think bad about you, dog. Nobody will think bad about you, man. You can talk to me in person, son. Nobody's gonna think bad of you. You don't have to. Here's the link again. Somebody wants to sell the card. Click the link, okay? Click the link and tell me why I should buy that for $90. I would buy that fight card for $60. I'll take it. I'm buying for $60. I am. Because trust me, I would rather be in my home watching that fight for $60 than have a private invite. And sit next to you scumbags. So you better believe you're going to get my $60. Canelo ain't going to get my money because I can't do that. Kamal Oz has ruined Canelo Alvarez for me. Kamal Oz has zapped every bit of enjoyment that I could possibly get out of a Canelo Alvarez fight. I want Canelo Alvarez fight I want Canelo Alvarez to retire just because of Kamal Oz. Kamal, the first time I met Kamal Oz, he was killing my Canelo, bro. You understand how much I was liking Canelo early in his career, man. He could slip shots. He was countering. What's up, Andy Gill? Top of the day to you too. Man, that kid could fight, man. Then came the juice, which was preceded by some ducking. YD402 laughing. I'm serious, man. What up, YD402? Just tell your boy to call, nigga. It's all right. Tell your boy MBS he can hit me up, dog. It's all good, bro. He said, "Yeah, hey, do you Do I have to have DAZN sub to buy the fights, or can I buy them elsewhere? You can't buy them elsewhere. The fights are exclusively on DAZN. Wild Apache Warrior. I would buy those fights for 150. Y'all tripping and hating. I'm not tripping and hating. Let me help you with this. I might buy it for 120. I might buy it for 60 and 60. Hold on a second. I might buy it for 60 and 60. I already got my membership. I got my membership, dude. I can't do without DAZN, man. They got me on crack, bro. I said y'all. Look, man, when you said y'all, I'm in y'all. When you said y'all are tripping, guess what? That means everybody. If everybody, I am one of everybody. When you say y'all, you're talking to me because I'm part of y'all. You all. It says you, individual, all. So all of the individual yous you were talking to. So next time, if you want to say you're speaking to somebody specifically, you should say who you're speaking to specifically by mentioning them by name. If you don't mention them by name, then just say your opinion, which is that you find the fight worth buying. If you say it with y'all, I have a microphone. So when I read it, I'm not going to type it to you. I'm going to say it on the microphone. Just to let you know how that works. I told you I am not even going to be mad at Devin Haney clowns today. Phoenix said Teofimo shouldn't have given Devin the gimp mask. I love Teofimo Lopez. I hate it, dog. I hate that Teofimo Lopez is such a buffoon, bro. But I fucks with Teo too. You know what? Matter of fact, since Teofimo Lopez was being called a racist by liars, even though Teo did the shit and I heard it, so I can't. I heard it. Teo should have given Devin that gimp mask since he out here being treated like one. 0.5 shades on left hooks for that ass. Thank you, bro. We are 11 towards the goal, bro. Thank you, man. We need FOMO, and we good to go. Too many names to mention. I'm reading comments both. Bro, it's a great deal. Look, bro, no, then you can just say it. I don't think it's a great deal because I don't want to see Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull. I don't want to buy that. That's not a fight that is worth my money. It's not Cinco de Mayo. There ain't going to be no Mexicans there. There ain't going to be no Mexican ring card girls. I mean, are you flying in the ring card girls? What about the ring card girls? No. I'm sorry, bro. If you're not making the money for Mexico on Mexican Independence Day, bro, I'm not trying to support you, bro. I'm sorry, dog. That's the day Mexicans supposed to make a lot of money, bro. And what are they getting? They're getting Monster Inouye in Vegas. So, nah, bro, you're fucking with people's money, dog. So, I'm sorry. I don't want to buy that fight. New York City, I'll pay for that fight just to see you interrupt Times Square and get on everybody's fucking nerves so I can see maybe if somebody throws a bottle at your ass. Seriously, man, I'm waiting to see what happens in that card. I think one of these New York people going to throw a bottle in the ring. Will you get your ass out of my way? I'm supposed to go to a play, and I got to walk all around your ass. Dog, people do not like getting cut off, man. So you can put your private party in the middle of Times Square, you know? So anyway, I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen in that fight because that looks like a train wreck to me. So, you know, if you can sit safely far enough away from a train wreck, bro, you're going to watch the train wreck. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but like I said, I'm not going to kick you guys out today. I'm not going to kick you guys out today. And I did say that I'm going to buy the fight. I'm just saying I'm pro-Mexico. And Mexicans are not calling for a boycott of that fight. And I'm surprised. Actually, let me say this. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know. But if I was Mexican, I would boycott that fight. I'd be like, no, bro, you cannot pimp our holiday in Saudi Arabia, homie. Give us this weak-ass fight. Oh, my God. Swanwork said, for the eradication of buck dancing, let me tell you, the biggest buck dancers on YouTube have united. Have you seen that the two biggest buck dancers have united? I think that's the saddest shit that I have ever seen. To see somebody cow-tied to a cone. Bro, you can list everything out there that you want, Wild Apache Warrior. He's not going for two-time undisputed, bro. It's his belt. I'm not trying to hear that shit. You guys like to do that gimmicky shit, bro. You like that gimmicky shit. I'm wanting to see whether or not this dude can beat David Benavidez, and I don't care if they're only fighting for the WBC. I don't care that he's fighting William Skull for the belt. For a belt William Skull has never defended. Seriously, all they did is give the belt to William Skull. Correct me if I'm wrong. Has William Skull defended that belt? I can go look to see if he defended that belt, but I don't think William Skull defended that belt yet. So you're fighting a champion that literally has never even walked in the ring as a champion. The only thing that dude is doing, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, is walking in with a belt that Canelo had the last time Canelo walked in the ring. The last time Canelo walked in the ring, he was undisputed. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Correct me if I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Let me know. Because sometimes I miss things. But I don't think William Skull has fought since then. But let's not guess. Let's talk to my Cuban brother, bro. Let's see what's going on with my Cuban brother. Because I'm rooting for him, bro. I don't want to get him wrong. So let's see. Did he have it? Yes, he did. He defended his IBF championship against Vladimir Shishkin and won by unanimous decision 116, 113, 116, 112, 115, 113. And he did defend it in October of 2024. So I stand corrected. And let me see. They say the WBA is, because they're not listing the WBA on here anymore. These guys, a boxing scene. Where you at, Rick Timms? I can't trust boxing scene anymore. All right, yeah, so he didn't defend it against Edgar Berlanga. But yeah, so basically I ain't really tripping, though. It's basically the same thing. Anyway, I wanted to go ahead and make sure I go ahead and check that. So I ain't out here giving y'all falsehoods. Jeep Red Boy in the building. Thank you, brother. And we made the goal with my guy, Jeep Red Boy. Thank you, brother. So we'll go an extra hour if you guys hang with me and rap with me. And we'll talk about something other necessarily than boxing. Because I do want to talk about some stuff other than other mainstream boxing, bro. Because there's a man, you guys should watch these interviews with Muhammad Ali, man. The more I study Muhammad Ali, the more I know you dudes are exaggerating your career something fierce. You dudes are exaggerating your accomplishments. You're exaggerating your careers. It's just one big exaggeration, dog. 20 billion impressions, bro, is how many they said they had. 20 billion impressions. 20 billion. There's only 8 billion people in the world, but you got 20 billion impressions. Just making shit up. I think y'all making up more shit than Floyd Mayweather Jr. made up. Because, dog, I heard he didn't make all that money, bro. I heard he didn't make all that money. Just so you know. Jeep Red Boy back at it, blowing it away. Let me say something, bro. All right, we're going to give you one more chance because other than that, you're spamming and you're going to have to listen. Troy Huss, yeah. Not quite. Not quite. I got through enough of it and then I kind of skimmed the rest, but I'm going to finish up the rest of it today. I actually have 2 Ali books that I have to read. But really, I've been doing. Yesterday, I just did research on YouTube. I was watching a lot of interviews, a lot of clips from interviews. I didn't know Muhammad Ali threatened to kill a journalist. Bro, that dude was a thug, man. That's the thing about Ali, man, that I got to tell you, bro, I don't think people appreciate. Man, I don't think he went to the Nation of Islam just because he converted to Islam. I think he moved over to the Nation of Islam, man, because the Nation of Islam had a lot of muscle. Because, boy, I swear to God, he threatened his white boy so fucking cold, bro. He said, look, man, he was talking this black, not this white boy. He threatened a black dude. He was like, look, I can't stand you niggas. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe he said it. He was like, what's wrong with you motherfuckers? He called him a motherfucker. He called him a nigga like 4 times. Called him a motherfucker at least 3 times, and then said, "Look, dog, hey man, He said, they said, how much longer do you think you can fight? It was after the Norton fight. He said, basically the guy was like, everybody's gonna think you lost the fight. How much longer are you gonna fight? Like basically saying you look like trash and you lost against Ken Norton. And Ali was saying something to him like, why you niggas I hate niggas. Why are you always trying to down people that are trying to help you? And then he said, look, man, I'll beat a motherfucker like your ass right now. And he told him, he said, I'll whoop a nigga like you myself. And said, man, be careful, nigga, you being watched. Don't play, bro. Dude was, man, seriously, man, that dude was, and you know, at the time, they weren't playing those press conferences. They were recording the press conferences on camera, but they weren't like playing those. They would take those excerpts and they wouldn't put them on TV. But the people that own the footage are putting that stuff out now. Man, that dude was vicious, man. Vicious dude, bro. Man, he said that the third Norton fight was rough, yeah. But no joke, bro. He told that journalist, bro, he said, man, be careful, you being watched, bro. Told him he would whoop him himself. I don't think you want to fight that dude, man. That dude is a wild ass dude, man. I heard things about his pops too. What up, Kamal?
Hey, what's up, Fanai? You actually didn't read my last super chat. It was a $10 holler.
Oh, no.
You put it up there briefly, but I guess you just forgot to read it.
Nah, bro, I'm sorry, brother. Let me read it right now. You and I disagree on Barboza and Tio. Why do we disagree? Reasonable minds can disagree. All that for sure, and are in lockstep on everything for sure. Does Tio beat Barboza cleanly, or will it be a robbery or controversial like Ortiz and Sandor? I have no idea what fuck Tio's going to show up. Just depends on what Tio shows up, really. But he could lose to Barboza, man. Barboza, if it's a small ring and Teofimo Lopez out there wearing gimp masks and all that shit, he may lose that fight, man. I mean, you know, I'm not so confident in Teofimo Lopez to be like, yeah, I know he's going to be Barboza. Because again, man, it really depends on what they feel like that day. If Teofimo Lopez is off like he was against George Kambosos, if that Teofimo shows up, he's going to get his ass whooped by Barboza. But, you know, if he can box and they got a real game plan, then I think he can outbox and outslick Arnold Barboza to a decision. But I just don't know what Tio's going to show up because Tio's so fluctuating in the way
miss.
Yeah, you just don't know what Tio you're going to get. He's up and down, up and down, up and down. At his best, yeah, give me him. But if he's fighting at the same level as Barboza, give me Barboza. Because Barboza's his activity is going to get him rounds against Teofimo.
I love that breakdown. That's what I was wanting because you didn't really. I know you don't like to do predictions, and disagree was the wrong verb. So I worded.
No, you're good. You can. No worries, man. Disagree. I like when you say disagree because you're a reasonable person. So if I disagree with, and I told somebody the other day, I told the chat, the difference between you and like somebody like, I don't know, man, clearly somebody like Rollo is that, man, you, number one, you always have your facts and your logic is solid. You know what I mean? Now, I may come to a different logical conclusion than you. You know what I mean? But that doesn't make what you say not extraordinarily valuable to me because you're giving me another logical point of view that I may not have fully considered, or I may just need to hear because later on you wind up being right. Then I'm like, oh, okay, let me try to apply his logic or listen more carefully to him. So, yeah, man, I like that you disagree. You know, if I don't disagree, I only try to clarify that I don't disagree with you. You know what I mean? Which is me chickening out. Joking.
So yeah, I love that breakdown. That's what I was looking for. I will say this though, I really like the form that Barbosa's in, going on the road and beating informed Jack Catterall clearly, getting the best of Jack Catterall. I really like that win because Jack Catterall, all things considered, he should be undisputed because we definitely know that he beat Josh Taylor in that first fight, so he should have been the undisputed 140 champion. So yeah, that's a good fight. One that I'm really looking forward to, because like you said, To's hit or miss. We really don't know who's going to show up. But again, him coming off the Claggett fight, I don't think To. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he's fought since he beat Steve Claggett, which was a horrible performance. For he should have gotten Steve Claggett out of there. And Claggett tagged him. I actually watched that fight. And then Barbosa in form, being a boxer, which is a style that To has really kind of struggled with. We'll want to keep someone in our prayers, Fanon. There was a fan
Yes, sir.
yesterday at a baseball game that fell down 20 floors. They're in critical
Ooh.
care right now. So we could just have a moment of silence and ask for that fan's life to be saved. If you could do that for me. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Man, all the blessings on that fan, his family, all the support we could possibly muster for your brother. And I'm so sorry that happened. Especially, I've seen how that is at Comiskey Park on the south side of Chicago. Man, if you fall down them stairs or something like that, geez, you'll tumble. It can really get hurt. So let me give you a moment of silence and just prayers of revitalization and future health and recovery. All right. Thank you, Kamal.
Thank you,
For
Fanon. Have
sure.
a good day. Bye.
Yes, sir. You as well, sir. Bye. Yeah, that's rough, man. Falling down them things. I know I didn't see that, but man, falling down. No, he ain't fall from the stair. He ain't fall from stairs. He fell like 15 feet. Yeah, man. But I'm telling you, the whole shit is steep. If you fall down the stairs, you bust your ass. If you fall off one of them, what is he going for, a baseball or something? Crazy, man. Phenomenal Nuke said, let's call it what it is. People overrate Tio. In half his fights, he looks mediocre. Then he just is who he is, a solid fighter. Oh, and fuck Tio and Ryan. Yeah, I know. Phenomenal show. Phenomenal show keeps me honest, man. I got to tell you, brother. Because I'm likely just because I don't like the people that don't like them. I really don't. And I still think that Ryan Garcia's character is better than man. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I can't argue with your Phenomenal Noob. I cannot do it. And I wouldn't do it. He said, yeah, going for a baseball. Yeah, get your ass thrown over. For a baseball, better let that shit drop. You got to let that drop, bro. But, man, I'm so sorry for you. I hope you're doing well. I hope that the team and the venue pays all your medical bills and helps you for the time that you're going to miss work and put something else on it, man. I think whatever the two professional baseball teams and Major League Baseball should do something for those people to make sure that they're good and that their family's good. You know what I mean? For real, for real, for real. You know? But it is what it is with T.O. It is what it is with Ryan. You know, like Canelo, just like I said, man, I'm not going to ever argue with people that got real legitimate complaints about people. And T.O. just went so far overboard with that, you know, that I just can't. I understand that if people don't forgive him, you know what I mean? Because some things, man, people ain't going to forgive and they not going to forget. Like myself, man, I'm not a particularly forgiving person. That's my weakness, is I'm not particularly forgiving. You know what I mean? There was a time in my life that I was forgiving because I didn't have a choice, you know? But when you have a choice to be forgiving, whenever I have a choice to be forgiving or not be forgiving, bro, no way. Am I going to be Because you got to make an example of people sometimes, man. You know? You know, so I respect what Phenomenal Show's saying. He's like, look, dude, I'm not putting my money on them dudes. You're not getting my dough. You know, so fire, and if it is Fire Stick, man, or not Fire Stick, or you catch, you know what I mean? I'll download that shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, Ryan talking about George Floyd up and killing him again. Yeah, I remember Troy. The stuff him and Ryan pulled was just unnecessary. It's fuck them. It's forever fuck them dudes. Yep, that's what it's got to be. It's what it's got to be. I got to support you, Phenomenal Noob. I don't have the right to forgive people for other people. You know what I mean? I'll sit up here and say, look, dude, I can overlook it, but that doesn't mean other people are going to overlook it. And I fully support the people that don't overlook it. Honestly, man, I don't trust people to forgive easy. To me, it makes it sound like you had some shit to do with it. You know what I'm saying? If Phenomenal Show, especially when it comes to my people. Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, especially when it comes to my people. I'm 100% with you, Phenomenal Noob. Especially when it comes to my people. But I'm going to tell you, and I'm not but, because I got to get rid of the but, because, you know, they say everything before the but is bullshit. So I'm going to add to it by saying that I am more reviled by, not but, also, I am reviled by liars. You know what I mean? What up, Double Double? So my thing is, the reason that I can say for sure that Ryan Garcia, that you can respect, that I respect your opinion about Ryan and Tio, is because I saw it myself. Since I saw it myself, and I know also that you guys are very, very well-researched people. People that make me every day think, God dog, man, I got to work a lot harder to make sure I watch all these interviews, because these people are watching everything. Everything, man. Which is why I maintain that I've got the best subscribers and supporters in the boxing world. I really do, man. You guys are absolutely positively the best, without a doubt, man. Empowering me to say the shit that I say to these clowns. Devin Haney's on an undercard. You can call that shit a co-main event all you want, bro. That's still an undercard. Nobody is saying and you know, Gervonta Davis was a co-main event for Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Conor McGregor. He was a co-main event for that. He was still on the undercard. I don't care what you call it. That's the undercard. You know what I mean? It's just something that they're trying to feature. That's their feature. It's a featured bout, is what that is. Charleston White said, F. George Floyd and Trayvon Martin. I think they're all messed up in the head. Man, my dude Rick Timms, what up, man? Out there in the sunshine, man. Well, not twice. What's up, bro? How you feeling, man? You there, Rick? Rick, yeah, you there? You can't hear me? Nah, I can't hear you either, man. Nah, it's your phone. It's your phone ain't working. Queen Jab said, Fanon, we love and respect you. Thank you very much. I'm trying my best to earn it. Hey, can I hate for a second? Put a one in the chat if I can hate for a second. I want to hate for a second. I'm going to take shots at people for a second, because I want to tell y'all something, man. I want to ask if y'all notice something. Man, Blue Blood and Bug Eyes, BB and BB, Big Bullshit and Bigger Bullshit, are teaming up. Teaming up. Devin Haney's exclusive interview. Finally, I get Devin Haney's interview, and I team with Bullshit Blue Blood. Did I not tell you that these niggas are the same thing? Did I not tell you, bro, that nigga? Bro, that is the biggest cone. Showbiz the Adult is the biggest cone I have ever seen in my life, bro. Definitely an actor, without a doubt. And I told you, he is going to wind up being on DAZN. That's all those dudes ever wanted to do. Just like Blue Blood, all he ever wanted to do was be a ring announcer. He wanted to be a ring announcer. Dude, these guys are actors. These dudes are pretenders. These guys were tearing down Gervonta Davis, just basically crawled up Gervonta Davis's back. Crawled up Gervonta Davis's back, crawled up Errol Spence's back. Are black people really that big a buffoon is what I need to know. Are y'all really that big a buffoon that you support this obvious buffoonery, bro? Where you guys claim you're down with people that are out. Dude, I don't want to go in on Champ's side because, bro, trust me, I have avoided saying something about that dude for a long time because, bro, look, man, I'm tired of you fake niggas, bro. I am wholeheartedly tired of you fake niggas. They're the flip side of the same coin. Exactly, bro. Flip side of the same coin. Buffoonery, bro. Buffoonery, nigga. They're out here clicked up because they can't fuck with you, Fanon. Nigga, let me tell you something. I will sweep both them niggas off the street on the same day. You can click up, quadruple up, quintuple up, Gungulian up, get every nigga you know, every nigga, every cousin you know, everybody's cousin's cousin you know. I will zip all you niggas up. I will zip all them niggas up. I ain't trying to hear nothing about them bums, bro. All clicking up. You niggas click up, you buy views so you can look bigger than me. Bro, Iffy. That dude took shots at me. I would listen to this nigga take shots at me, and I'm like, bro, how many shots are you going to take at me, bro? He was literally going through the titles of my video, calling the titles of my videos clickbait. I'm listening to the nigga call me clickbait. All because somebody kept trying to put commercials in my live stream, and I said, hey, look, man, I don't do commercials for people. I said, I don't do commercials for people. And they got mad, bro. Hell yeah. Not directly, but very, very, very for real. Yes, absolutely. 109K on a Devin Haney interview. Yeah, you can get that. That's a reasonable. All I'm telling you, look, bro. If I wasn't checking them and telling you people their views were fake, he'd get 2 million views on that. They're just going to buy a reasonable amount of views. That's all they're going to do. They're just going to buy a more reasonable amount of views because cats know, bro, there's no way in the world you're getting that amount of views, dog. No way. There's not that much interest in that dude. I made my goal so I can say whatever I want to say now. I'm telling you, man, the boxing media is so bought and paid for, bro. So bought and paid for. It's absolutely ridiculous. Ring Magazine, dude, between Ring Magazine and DAZN, I listened to that guy, Akin Barak, or back on DAZN. Congratulations to Akin Barak for being back on DAZN and interview people. You guys are at least mature human beings, bro, that I can listen to. My God, ain't no way in the world I can listen to. That Canelo shit was crazy. The Canelo shit was crazy. I don't understand buying views because you don't get paid for the views you buy. You buy views so that people can think you're very important, and then you can get a job on a network that was paying you to begin with. So you have to understand what they're doing is they're building a personality. They build the personality like this. A person gets a YouTube channel, right? While they're interviewing for jobs. I can tell you how it was done with Ali Aladepo. Ali Aladepo was the first person that I saw go through that particular process. He's the one going through that particular process. Ali Aladepo started a YouTube page. At the meantime, he was very honest about it. That's why I like Ali Aladepo. Ali Aladepo was very honest about what he did. He started a YouTube channel and he started doing videos about American boxing and UK boxing, but at the same time, he was interviewing for jobs in the media. He said it the whole time. He was like, because I would watch Ali Aladepo all the time on his channel. I like Ali Oladipo. So Ali Oladipo, and then Ali Oladipo got an interview with DAZN. He wound up getting a job with DAZN. That's the same thing that's just happened with showbiz. It's the same thing, except for, in my opinion, I'm betting you money because the dude was around for years, bro, and nobody was fucking with him for years. Dude, his channel was older than mine. He didn't have any traction for years. All of a sudden, DAZN comes in. He gets obviously, he starts dealing with BUSR because BUSR is fake. BUSR, basically, they lie about gambling, about you winning gambling. You can't take your money off of that site if you're a content creator. That is my personal experience with that company. So I was like, dude is shady. That's the first time I knew he was shady because he said some shit about winning $50,000 and betting $50,000. I'm like, okay, this dude likes to tell big lies so he can get big attention. But then I started realizing, okay, these guys are basically, there's a bunch of dudes that got featured and got deals where they were working with DAZN on YouTube. They got little YouTube, they got the little DAZN things behind them. Basically, they bought up the media. They bought up YouTube media. But they start planting people. And seriously, when I know that that's the type of work you're doing, I'm sorry, no disrespect to you, dude, but I have to believe that they're telling you to be a fucking buffoon. You're playing a role, and the role you're playing is goddamn buffoon. I'm sorry, I can't respect that. And I wouldn't have had a problem with it. I was leaving it alone until these clowns put a picture up of me with him in a car. And I'm like, bro, first of all, nigga, I know gangbanging, nigga. Don't play with me, nigga. I know what a car is. This nigga is not driving my car. I took that shit as a personal insult. You can't tell me I'm in a car with this clown. Why? Because he keeps stealing my talking points. He steals my talking points, puts a stupid ass spin on them with a bunch of goofy shit on it, biting my shit just like other people bite my shit. Nah, man, don't put me in no car with that goofball. And that's when, what's my nigga's name? One Body in Yahweh from LA. One Body in Yahweh. I had to go off on your One Body in Yahweh because he said he was pissed that I wouldn't say anything about the fact the dude was stealing so much of my content. So I was like, I checked it out. I had to cuss out a content. I had to cuss out a subscriber, one of my favorite subscribers, because of the way he reacted about it. But then I checked it out and I'm like, oh shit, this nigga's really doing this. And then I start looking and I find out all you niggas is getting paid. None of you niggas really got any subscribers of your own. You niggas just got a fucking factories and shit pumping subscribers to you. Did you see this buffoon lifting weights in his live stream? Dude, this nigga has so many people in his live stream, the names I've never seen before. But he sits up here and is lifting weights in a live stream. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, bro, they're fake, man. They're not real, dog. I'm telling you, do not try to aspire to be one of them. You can't unless you have somebody buying views for you, man. I'm telling you, it's telling me something about all these internet dudes. I'm not believing the views on almost any of you niggas because you buy so many views. I heard there was a guy, he was like a Twitch streamer or something. And there was another Twitch streamer who's like, man, this dude's a fraud. He's like, man, this dude is giving 70,000 concurrent. He was just doing 10,000 concurrent. Or what do you say? Like this dude would have like 1,000, 1,500 people in his live stream. All of a sudden, this nigga is doing, 70,000. All of a sudden, and Kai Cenat's only doing 100,000. All of a sudden, this dude is doing 70,000. That's because 650K, probably only 65K. Bro, I'm just telling you, they just lie so much. You can't believe anything these dudes say, man. And I'm doing my research on Boxing Media, bro. And Boxing Media has been like this, dog. Like, for real, they've been like this. The stories they tell don't make any sense. They can give you straight facts, but if you take their editorializations out of it, then you're like, man, these dudes, and all you do is read their editorializations, you can tell what these guys are on, man. The Boxing Writers Association, maybe 3 years ago, agreed to start letting YouTube content creators be members of the Boxing Writers Association of America. They're going to make that fucking coon they're probably going to make that coon a member of the Boxing Writers Association of America. Come on, man. I have no tolerance for that shit, man. What up, Rick?
Hey, what's up with it, man?
Man, good.
All right, good deal. I just hit you in the private chat. So,
Okay, cool.
good. Man, you know what? When I just was thinking about this this Devin and Ramirez fight, it's like, hey man, Dev, he went back to his basics. When you think about it, when he got him another Hispanic, over 30, you know, you know, Ramirez be what 33 in like I think August. When you think about Gamboa and Linares and even Regis, he back to his feasting grounds. So I fully expect him to win this fight by another unanimous decision. I don't think he gonna try that tough guy stuff anymore. He gonna use that jab. He gonna use his feet. He gonna use that ring. He gonna use that talent. So Ramirez gonna be swinging at a lot of air. I feel like tomorrow, man. And look, man, let me be real too, dog. I have a selfish confession to make, man.
What is that, brother?
I need Dev. I selfishly want Devin to stay undefeated. He got his O back. Even though we saw what happened against Ryan, but good. I want that O to remain until the boxing gods finally make the Devin and Tank fight somehow. I don't care if it's at 147 either, man. I selfishly want Devin to remain undefeated until him and Tank somehow get in that ring, man. Even Shakur, that'll even do. Because the Ryan rematch, I expect him to win. I'm not a fan of Ryan, no way. Him and T.O., I want both of them to get some black ass whoopings. I done typed that a lot lately. Both of them need some real good black ass whoopings. So that's what I feel about Devin. Good luck to Devin, man. I need him to win tomorrow. And hey, have you watched Caroline Dubois?
Yeah.
Have you watched any of her fights?
Yeah, I've watched Caroline. I keep throwing hooks like her. She got me to change my hook. I was throwing a hook like this. I started hitting like this. So I know Caroline Dubois. I thought she'd be bigger than she is because her brother's so big. But yeah, she's like a lightweight, isn't she? And
right.
She called out my girlfriend, Alyssa.
That's why I brought her up. Yeah. That's why I brought her up. So
she called out my woman. We can't be doing
good.
That now.
and I take her over your woman too. For real. Hey, you know why, man? Because your woman, right. She got this fight coming up, and I think in July against this Spaniard chick, this undefeated this Spaniard chick pushing 40 herself. Miranda, I think she like 38.
Okay.
Yeah, but Alyssa gonna win, and I know she hear Caroline calling her out, and super featherweight and lightweight, they right next to each other, and Alyssa have fought above 130 before, so I want to see that, man. I really would love to see that.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too. I would, man. I would. But yeah, man, I gotta ride with Alyssa. I gotta run with Alyssa on that. Only thing I would say, like style wise, with Caroline Dubois, I've seen her fight like twice. She seems very, very solid. Good jab, straight right hand. Keeps good spacing. I think her hands are a little wide, kind of like her brother. The hands are a little wide. So I think if Alyssa Bumgarner can throw straight punches, I think she can come up in between that, which I think is a little bit of a weakness for Caroline Dubois. But I mean, yeah, Caroline Dubois. But yeah, I definitely know Caroline Dubois. I'm a fan of Caroline Dubois. But you know, my girl, man, I gotta ride with homegirl. I gotta ride with homegirl.
Well, yeah, you know,
I know
I just
traitor like
thinking
you.
about that.
I know traitor.
Yeah,
I know
traitor.
traitor.
Hey, well, they both black. Yeah, it ain't like I'm picking against black. They both sisters, but
Yeah, you are. You're
them
right. You're right.
flaws. Yeah, them flaws that you just kind of touched on with Caroline. She just had a tough outing against this Korean chick her last fight. I mean,
did
a
she?
heavy hitter. Yeah, a knockout chick too. She had maybe 10 knockouts and only like what 15 fights or something. So she made Caroline earn it this last bout. So she didn't been in there with a little toughness. You know, Alyssa, you know, more slick and you know more skilled. But well, I love to see it because Caroline got some hell of a combinations. She got that jab and she got a nice little mean streak to her too. You know, you listen to that British accent and it'll lull you to sleep, not thinking that she nasty. That little girl nasty in there, boy. So she lightning quick. Hey, I ride with Dubois over Baumgartner. So hopefully we can get that end of this year, maybe. Possibly.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But
it's nice to be able to look forward to women's fights too, though, man. It's nice. It's nice for that. What were you gonna go? What were you about to say?
Yeah, before I go, man, I know Trump watched the show, man. So
that's my nigga.
I'm gonna need I'm gonna need him to.
Hey, hold on. Don't underestimate me, nigga. Putin too, baby. Putin too.
Man, I just thinking about that Bud talk the other day, man.
Yeah,
hey, man. I'm gonna need Trump. Hey, I'm gonna need Trump to keep his Department of Justice, just to keep him off Bud to after September.
Oh,
yeah.
I want to say something to you about that. There is a way. I guarantee you that you will be right. That Bud will never get any handcuffs put on him, and he will never have a problem. There is a way he can do it. He got to snitch. If he snitches, then you probably right. And if he don't, you nigga probably snitched. I thought through that problem, nigga. I was like, this nigga calling him a snitch. Okay.
Hey man, come on, dog. It's just no way. Man, this dude got businesses. He trying to build generational. Well, he got 1,700 kids. I just don't see him engaging in no type of super felonious criminal activity. I just don't see that in him, man.
That's what snitches do. I'm telling you, that's why a snitch is a snitch. Everything you said is exactly why snitches snitch. They don't want to be part of that shit, but they got to be around it. And hey, man, you know, they get caught up. They got some niggas around. So they're like, hey, police officers, will you protect me? I'll give you information if you keep these bullies away. We know how it works now. So I did that. I just want to let you know, bro. I hope you're wrong, nigga.
Man, no, man, that dude, no way, man. I would be totally shocked if this boy get a federal arrest warrant and boy, that'd be wild. That'd be so stupid. I mean, why blow out? I mean, he been pro since what, 2007, something like that. Man, all them miles you done ran, all that sweat and blood and pain, you done got your head bust. Man, why jeopardize all that after you're well off and set for life and say, man, I'm gonna start engaging in this, you know, felonious.
Start engaging? Like the nigga just started? I could have sworn I saw
Turkey.
I could have sworn
this the Turkey train, ain't it?
I could have sworn I saw that nigga stick somebody's stick somebody up for a car.
Man, he ain't stick nobody up for no car, man. Hey, but you gotta have a weapon to stick somebody up, man. He went to that repair shop and was being a butthole and went in there and hit the switch and took his car down off the lift and he damaged them people lift. Man, that's all he did was take his car back.
Yeah, it's
So,
called
man,
strong
that
arm
wasn't no
robbery,
stick
bro.
up.
That's called strong arm robbery. Yeah, what you just
Well,
described is called strong arm robbery.
he
That's what you
already been
call that.
prosecuted for that. That's
He
old
was.
news.
The
You know?
nigga was.
Yeah.
They filed
Yeah,
charges.
he got
on him.
probation. Yeah, that's little stuff, man.
Oh,
He ain't
hold
facing
on.
life sentence for that.
Hold on. What did he get? What did he get? What did he get?
I think probation. Didn't he get
He got
probation for that?
Oh, he got probation for strong arm robbery. Oh, the story is
Hey,
starting
man.
to fill itself out. Oh, the story is starting to fill itself out. The nigga got.
Oh, okay.
Do you think you getting probation for strong arm robbery?
Man, that's not strong on robbery, man.
That is strong arm robbery. He walked in there with three people. He walked in there with three.
All he had to do was
bro.
damage. All he did was damage their equipment.
No, he didn't.
And unauthorized took his car back.
Nah, bro. He first of all, he put that man in imminent fear of physical harm. Yeah, he did. Because Bud walked up in it with three dudes and Bud, who will whoop your ass. So the simple fact that it's Bud doing it is the fact that nigga's scared to death. Come on,
and
Bud,
then I think it was a misdemeanor. I think that was a misdemeanor too.
Bud,
yeah, and then that's old. That's old news, man.
How you get a misdemeanor for strong arm robbery, nigga? I want you to
got
go
money.
You
get the charge downgraded. When you got bread, you got big time lawyers. You get that shit wiped down. You know how it works.
Real easy to talk that down when it's on camera. Real easy to talk that down from walking in, man. You go take your ass into a jiffy lube and try to drive off with your car, and you ain't paid. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, they will call the cops on your ass, will be arrested, and your black ass is going to be in something. I don't want to say prison because I don't know whether it's prison, whether it's jail. I don't know. I know your ass gonna be on something though. So I don't know, man.
I agree.
I don't know. That's some suspect behavior, man. If I was a gangster, I'd be looking at that nigga askance. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be looking at that nigga sideways. How you get out of jail off? How you get off that shit, man? What's your lawyer's name, man? Let me talk to you.
He didn't get off. He was convicted of a lesser charge. He didn't get off.
Lawyers cut deals, man. That's what lawyers do.
Right.
Lawyers can say, "Hey, man, we just want to know about these dope dealers out in North Omaha. Yeah, I want to know about these niggas on the north side. So you just let me know if some niggas is moving some shit. Don't worry, we'll move that shit down to misdemeanor and we'll let you go." Sounds like a good
That's
deal.
how it works. Yeah, that's how it works, man. Come on.
Snitching. That's called snitching, nigga. It's called snitching. But I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just joking. I'm just saying, if it was me and I was a nigga running that, I'd be looking at that nigga like, next time you steal, next time you bring some loaded gloves into loaded dice into a dice game, nigga, I ain't gonna miss.
Next man, time, what a loaded dice come from, man?
Dice game, nigga, I'm not gonna miss.
Where the loaded dice come from, man? He was in the car when he was sitting in his he was sitting in his car when he got shot. The dudes that was shooting dice had an argument, and he was an innocent bystander. The bullet wasn't even for him, man. Bud ain't no gangster, man.
Were you there?
Huh?
Were you there? Were you there?
I know the details. I read the police report. I know those are the exact details. He was in his car.
And police reports are always accurate. Police reports are always spot on, dog. Just
the man was sitting in his car.
Let's go to box
and yeah, he was. Yeah.
But anyway, somebody with that nigga probably had some loaded dice. Because why would anybody be mad about a dice game, bro? Why would somebody shoot you after a dice game, bro? Because you cheated. How do you cheat at dice?
Hey, you cheat with money. When money on the line, them dice games get serious, man.
Hell yeah, especially when you cheat.
Right.
And your gloves bust.
It ain't have nothing to do with him.
Watch this shit. You can't have no busted gloves. Your gloves bust in that dice game, dog. These niggas ain't trying to hear that busted glove shit, nigga. Where's my money? You better give my goddamn money. Bow, bow, bow on the way out. Ooh, nigga. And I ain't missing next time. Don't take
Boy, y'all
niggas
something
be,
else, man.
niggas be cheating at Tonk. They cheated Tonk. They be cheating, dog. They cheated spades. Come on, you know you guys put that money on that table, bro. Then they pop some shots at you. It's because somebody cheated.
Yeah.
Not because they a sore loser. Because hey, didn't Adrian Broner get caught with some loaded dice?
I heard something like that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put that past AB. Now,
Big U
AB a
was
real street cat. Bud not. AB a real street dude. Bud not.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. That's a real street dude in Bud, bro. Yes, he is.
Man,
let's not play him.
Bud been in the gym his whole life. Bud ain't about that real life. Bud is masquerading. Bud a tough guy in that ring. I mean, but Bud.
Hey, let me ask you a question though. Nah, bro. Let me tell you something. I was watching this Ali shit. After Ali whooped, did Ali fight Norton for the third time before or after he beat the shit out of George Foreman?
After.
I think it was the third fight where they asked him some shit about how long he's gonna fight. Dude, that nigga threatened to kill that reporter and basically said, I'm a Muslim. I'm a bad man. Don't play with me. So, dog, these niggas can get very, very street in them boxing gyms, bro. They not, they got plenty of street niggas in boxing gyms, man.
I agree.
And plenty of snitches.
Absolutely. But
I know you like
Bud. Not this guy. Not this
Bud
guy
didn't
here,
do it.
man.
I'm just fucking with Bud because Bud said some crazy shit about my mama. So I'm holding it personal.
I don't like that, man.
You don't like when I'm holding it personal
like
that nigga said something about my mama?
Right. I don't, that's what I don't like about Bud, man. You know, I rock with him heavy. I rock with Tank heavy, but I'm still open to criticizing when they do cornball shit, you know, and Bud is he gets this type of criticism because he generates it. He brings it on himself. He's too full of himself. His arrogance won't allow that type of humility to display. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse to be, you know, that successful. Some people can't handle it, and it just overwhelms them, and they just show they real, true, ugly personality that you know the world don't see. And the dude has a really shitty personality, man, and it's not likable. So, hey, man, that's why every chat I hit when Bud be getting his head bust and. Hey, man, I don't give a damn. It don't piss me off at all because shit, most of the shit people be saying about him is correct. So be it, dog. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of how I feel about Shakur. Like, yeah, that's my dog. But, you know, hey, man, these dudes, they point out every inconsistency, dog. Every single solitary goddamn one they going to point out, man. But, you know, you can thank Bill Haney for that. Because he put everybody get a magnifying glass in their back pocket with everything everybody says. Because them niggas lie so much.
Hey, man, don't
lie so much. Trust nobody no more. No, for real. Them niggas lie so much. Nobody trusts anybody anymore. Nobody. If you say it, you better do it. If you say it, I want to fight you next. Cats ain't trying to hear nothing. You got to fight that dude next. They don't care about whether you got a promoter, you got a fight going on, nothing. Because all that goddamn lying Devin was doing and framing these niggas was doing of everybody else. Now it's stuck in everybody's mind and they keep doing it to each other. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
Man, right. I can't, man, I'm a Pope Bill.
Bullshit is viral, bro. Bitch shit is viral. I'm telling you.
It's absolutely. God, it's infectious, right? It's goddamn. It's like a pandemic spreading, you know, especially in these YouTube boxing chats, man. The way so many men get emotionally invested and stressed, you know, in these chats and these panels behind these other grown men, it's not that serious, dog. I mean, you ain't getting one dime from these people, but you arguing, you're sweating, you're spitting, talking about other men's salaries and
there you're wrong. There you're wrong. Don't Don't lie on them
What?
now. Said they ain't getting
What?
paid no money. Don't lie now.
Well,
they getting paid
hey,
money.
99% of these people in chat's not getting a dime from these
Man, let me
people.
tell you, bro, I don't believe that either. I believe these dudes are paying people on the videos and they're paying people in the comment sections, bro. They may not be paying people in the comment sections the same money they paying people in the videos, but they paying these people, dog. Hell no, they are paying
The
people,
content creators, yeah, but I'm talking about just random everyday people in these chats.
Bro, they do it in politics,
Most
dog.
of them ain't getting a dime.
Bro, watch this shit. They do it in politics, dog. They pay people to go through live streams, to get on live streams, to argue with people on live streams. When I asked Claymore Rain, I was talking about Claymore. Oh, who did I say that shit to? Oh, no, here for boxing. I was like, with your nigga, you doing this shit for free on Twitter. He said, I ain't doing this for free. I was like, Jesus. They're paying these people to make comments on Twitter. Bro, these niggas are getting paid, man. There's no way they got the time to do this if they're not getting paid, man. That's just not how the real world works, bro. If these dudes are really got jobs, dude, these guys they can't be on this fucking thing all day. You can't. And how many times, like Boxing Hacker, you can't tell me somebody ain't paying that dude. He ain't showed up. No, for real. But you know the last time Boxing Hacker showed up? Last time Boxing Hacker showed up, KO Boxing had jumped on, and KO Boxing asked him a couple questions about what he does for a living. Now, KO is I don't want to tell what he does, but he works within the IT field, right? I used to work in the IT field as well. So I know the process that he works in. I know where he fits in the process. I know where Boxing Hacker would fit in the process that I have. So when somebody that sits where KO tells me, say KO said, hey man, I found this developer or whatever they call him that we think is a good guy. Will you interview him? And then, okay, I'll interview him. But before I interview him and actually hire him, I'll get a real technical dude who works at the customer to talk to him. And every once in a while, not all the time, usually like KO, his position, they will get it right 99 out of 100 times. That doesn't mean, though, that everybody gets hired. Sometimes shit goes apart and something doesn't go right. The hire doesn't go through. But every once in a while, it'll be a complete phony that knows how to answer all the questions because they have basically the same job that KO has. So they know how to answer all the questions that KO has. But sometimes when they actually talk to the guy that does the work, the hands-on work, they'll be like, nah, this guy isn't what he said he is. He doesn't have the skills he has. He said he has. No, we really shouldn't hire this guy. And the guy gets rejected. So on the last time that I talked to Boxing Hacker, KO said, yeah, I can say that this dude knows what he's talking about. And he's good. So then I said, okay, well, look, Boxing Hacker, what if I was to give you somebody that does the exact same work that you do, that does the work, and I want them to interview you? He said, no, thank you. I was like, I thought so. And I hadn't heard from him again because you can answer questions and know enough about a subject to get by other people that have a cursory understanding of it. But if you start really talking to people that are really technical, they are the ones that will discover that you're not who you say you are. That's why it takes so much time and effort to find out that Bill's a liar, because people that are just casually into boxing will believe the things that he says because they don't read the WBA rules. They don't read the WBC rules. They're not keeping track of what everybody says or knows what a contract is. So basically everybody listens to him, accepts what he says is true. And then it takes all kind of energy to go behind him and correct the misstatements that he makes. So no, it's like, no, Boxing Hacker, bro. I don't believe Boxing Hacker, bro. I don't believe Rollo. I don't believe Phenomenal Show. I believe Phenomenal Show. I don't believe Frequent Flyer. I don't believe them, bro, because they're too consistent and too willing to say shit that's ludicrous. And they're all on script. Wow. You know what I'm saying? If you're on a script, why are you on the script? If you're on a script, bro, if you're on a script, somebody wrote the script. If somebody wrote the script, and you're repeating the script, you're telling me that you got some connection with the person that wrote the script. And if somebody wrote the script and you delivered the script, more than likely you got something for delivering that script. And the usual thing that you get for delivering that script is money. And I don't think there's any difference between Blue Blood, Showbiz, and these people in the comment section. And I wouldn't be surprised,
Wow.
and I'm almost 100% sure that Showbiz be in my comment section all the time. And so does Blue Blood, so does Claymore, and so do the rest of these clowns being here under fake names, leaving comments, being, oh, why don't you talk to Blue Blood in person? Because if I talk to him in person, he's just going to lie about what I say. So why the fuck would I talk to somebody when I know they're going to lie about what I say? I'd be better off not talking to you than saying anything to you. So, nah, bro, I don't believe these dudes at all, man. Not a fucking lick.
Man, speaking of Claymore and Ray, man, what did they do to you for you to just totally exile them? What exactly did Claymore and Ray do, man? Because you know they fine
Well,
with me. They don't give me no shit.
Let's start with Ray. Ray would go to my Twitter page under fake names and leave very nasty comments. And I knew it was him because one time he forgot to switch accounts and he put it under Ray Davis. So I said to Ray Davis, bro, what the fuck is going on, bro? Why would you leave this comment to me on Twitter? And he said, oh, somebody hacked my account. That's not me. That's not the real Ray Davis. But then he got another Ray Davis page. And then he just commented, he never commented from ever again, and then went back to the original Ray Davis page that he renamed, that he went back and turned back to Ray Davis. So it's like that's what Ray Davis did to me. Ray Davis is just over here hating the fuck out of me for money. And I'm not fucking confused about it, bro. He was always here to fucking represent Devin Haney, talk Devin Haney, push Devin Haney, keep my conversation about Devin Haney almost the entire live stream, to dominate the conversation with Devin Haney. That's what these dudes were on, bro. And it didn't surprise me at all that he was cool with it. He's from New Jersey, just like Claymore's from New Jersey, just like those dudes are. That's Blue Blood's crew. And they were Blue Blood's crew before they came to my channel, which is why they went back over there, and he gets and Ray replaces, Claymore replaces A-Side or whatever. I think his name was A-Side. Then he replaces him on the show. So, and then he was over on Just Do Boxing talking crazy shit about calling me, what's that dude's name? Bob Ross, that painter with the afro. Basically a dude that paints a picture. He was calling me basically calling me a clickbaiter and calling me somebody that was basically creating narratives and So I was like, fuck this shit. And I went in and I fried his ass on fucking Just Do Boxing. Fried him, debated him, fried him. And then Claymore jumped on there trying to act like he wouldn't get fried too. And I busted his ass. I don't think I've ever busted somebody up in a debate worse than I busted up Claymore Rain in a debate. Because all those dudes ever did was try to use me. And I'm telling you, bro, I don't appreciate being used. If you use me, bro, I'm going to say you used me. That's all they did. They came around me to try to throw a bunch of Devin Haney lines at me, make me defend a bunch of fucking lies that these niggas is pushing out every fucking day, trying to wear down my credibility when they're talking on Just Du's channel. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. These niggas don't think I'm going to get off my channel and come to theirs. So I got off my channel, went to Just Do, and I fried them the same way I did the Blue Blood over there on Everything Boxing. I fucking fried. And that nigga was going to talk over me and tell that fucking lie about manager Marty. Like, nigga, ain't no way in the world you know if somebody had flagged you or not, man. You guys just out here lying on people, bro. And I was the first one to tell you that Blue Blood was lying about this shit, and now it's everybody knows it. So I'm telling you, these niggas have been fake the whole fucking time, bro. He went from one guy to the next guy to the next guy. Get on out of here, man. So what did they do? They tried to use me. They challenged me to debates on a daily basis because Bill Haney didn't want to show up. And then after I fried these niggas and they were done, all of a sudden Bill want to come on the show and try to talk on the show. And I wound up having to fry Bill on the show. I fried him politely, but I still had to fry him because these niggas keep coming at me, bro. So trust me, I'm not going to their channels. I'm not watching them. Them niggas is over here trying to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So nah, nigga, if you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you. And I'm way better at fucking with you than you are with fucking with me. These niggas are threatening me on. These niggas was threatening me, bro. Ray Davis acting like, nigga, you a bitch, nigga. You what? Like, nigga, you ain't nobody that I gotta worry about like that, nigga. Shut up. You just some fucking petty fucking bully, bro. Anyway, man, these niggas are little petty fucking thugs. They little petty fucking frauds, and I don't like them. So I gotta have content. And I gotta have content. So what I'll do is I'll spread about 30 minutes of frying you bitch niggas. Because guess what? Everybody knows that you're fake now. You can say what you want, but nobody fuck with you, blue blood. Nobody fucks with you, bro. And nobody but your fake niggas even fuck with you. So I win, nigga. So I don't like you niggas, man. I'm just telling you, bro. You gotta understand it from a content creator standpoint, bro. There's a certain it takes a certain amount of talent, it takes a certain amount of work, and these motherfuckers copy my shit so fucking bad. These niggas put out so many I put up a video saying something, these niggas got 5-6 counter videos coming to it every fucking time, bro. I try to support Gervonta Davis, they try to tear Gervonta Davis down. Like, for real, how many niggas got to get jobs off fucking hating me before I can freely say these fuck niggas are fucking with me?
Damn, man.
How many niggas got to get full-time jobs, bro? How many niggas got to get full-time jobs off my back before I say, hey, man, I think you niggas is full of shit. And I ain't making it up, man. Bro. I ain't making it up, bro.
Hey, shit! Don't nobody know you know the inside details better than anybody of us watching. It's like, but Blue, Ray, Clay, man, they all cool with me. So I just stay out the way, man. I don't be fully invested in all this shit. I just speak and say my opinion, whether it's the same as theirs or not. You know, I don't offend nobody. I just go on by my way, dog. Damn, man.
Yeah, bro. And as soon as you get a job and you start talking bad shit about me on another YouTube channel, bro, I'll feel the same way. Okay? People want to be famous, dog. People want to have a big name. They want to be known. Of course, they're going to be cool with everybody. Everybody until you got something or somebody asks them to harm you. At which point in time, these dudes will take that money and they will harm you. I'm telling you, bro, me personally, I had to tell you, there's things about myself I can't even tell you about myself. As much as I've said about myself, there's things I can't tell you about myself that I don't want to tell you about myself. I never wanted to say my name, bro. I would do videos without my face. These niggas, this da. So I start showing my face. I start doing videos and shit. All of a sudden, these niggas got all kind of problems with everything I say, bro. So nah, man. Anyway. It is what it is for me, bro, but I'm not going to sit up here and act nice about it, dog. Claymore Rain did what Claymore Rain did, bro, and he was faking the whole fucking time, bro. So I'm sorry, unless I know you real, I think you fake. You know what I'm saying? And if you not, and if you act in some certain way, I'm going to judge off what you act like. You're a grown man, bro, that got this much time during the day. Everybody sees me getting super chats, bro. You know how I'm earning my money, nigga. There's people that put super chats in here, and I got to ask for them. And where's Chuck E. Cheese dropping $500 a day for like months at a time, bro? You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. You got a nigga named Chuck E. Cheese, Charles E. Cheese, dropping $500 a day for months and months and months and months and months.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's fake. That's fake. And he never showed up to my channel, not one time. Mr. I give all the money in the world to people that support black fighters, but they not one time.
You know, they selective. He's selective with, you know, who he supports. Yeah, exactly. Anybody else, right?
Exactly. Bill is very selective. I got that. Bill Haney is very selective. Turki Al-Sheikh is very selective about who he pays money to, and they can't afford me. So trust me, they're not even going to make an offer to me, bro, because there's not enough money to buy me. So cool. But these niggas know that I can make arguments very well that are hard to defend. None of these niggas can beat me in a debate. So they try to gang up on me. These boys even had a fucking rah-rah Thanos clan. Like fucking kind of sweet shit is that, bro? Anyway, I could, you know me, I could be delusional, but I don't think I am. With that Gary Russell Jr. shit, come on, man. These dudes said that they were riding for black people, bro. How many hands do I got to fill up with black people that they tore down? The group of people that say they're here to defend black people. I mean, how many black people did they defend versus how many black people do they tear down? Easy with them. They build up Devin Haney, they tear down everybody else. Who's getting torn down no matter what? Gervonta Davis, the one thing they all got in common, they tear down Gervonta Davis in one way, shape, or form. And they tear down the PBC in one way, shape, form, or fashion. Every single solitary time, it's a black person pushing the narrative that the PBC is going broke. The PBC is going out of business. This fight is pushed off. Gervonta doesn't want the rematch. All these breaking news stories. Oh, I heard you got your ass whooped by Devin in sparring. Oh, did you hear that I got with Devin? Nah, I didn't hear that. Then the tape come out with Devin getting slapped around the ring. Floyd Mayweather Jr. grabbing him by the arm. Devin Haney sucker punching him on the side of the head while he's talking to somebody that's threatening him on the other side of the ring. And then what do they say? I'll give somebody $2,500 if they can show me that he landed 26 consecutive punches, whatever it was. So we show the tape, and the niggas never pay the money.
Hey man, hey man, you know Devin is the king to them. So they see that they see that training video from a different light. They see Devin dominating. You know, it's like the soap operas, man. It's like politics, Democrats and Republicans. It's so one-sided. Everybody on the right side feel they're correct. Everybody on the left side feel they're correct, and it's no middle ground.
Bro, they ain't been about 5 niggas over there. Okay? They ain't been about 5 niggas over there. It ain't the Republicans. It's the damn Republicans and Democrats against the Green Party. That's what them niggas are.
Damn. Yeah.
Like, fuck about it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Them niggas is irrelevant and mini-ass niggas, bro. They ain't no Democrats.
Come on, dog.
Don't get them niggas no credit like that, bro. You know what I'm talking about? This ain't Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. fight. What's gonna happen? This ain't Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. It's some lying ass niggas with a microphone standing in the corner telling a bunch of lies, bro. That's what it is, man. Hey, but Rick, let me get these last couple super chats, and I holler, bro.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler.
All right, love, man.
Peace.
Man, that nigga set me up for that. Folks out there, mind if they think I believe Ring's numbers regarding Eubank Ben fight. Oh, you mean the 20 billion impressions? These dudes said they had 20 billion impressions, man. 20 billion impressions. There's 8 billion people on the planet, but you got 20 billion impressions for that fight. There's only like 16 million people or some shit like that. 30 million. What they got? How many people they got in the UK? 13 million or some shit like that. I don't think they got more people in. How many people they got? How many people they got? 50 million people or something in the UK? But just you got 20 billion impressions? They'll say anything, bro. Phoenix the Assassin says only thing Devin will use the ring for is dragging his ass to wipe that shit, to wipe it if he shit himself again like a dog with no back legs. That's fucked up. What up, Phenom? What up, Phoenix?
Oh, I had to keep the hate going. Man, 20 billion impressions, man. Are they serious? They went out there and followed the Devin Haney Instagram trick to go ahead and get them views for that fight. 20 billion. My God, these people got no shame. That's not saying like each person in the world, even the little bitty babies, have to go ahead and each have an impression, 2 times, 3 times for that? Like,
yeah, 3 times. And look, if it's people in the UK only has 70 million people. How many times does 70
Mm-mm-mm.
million go into 20 billion? You know what I'm
Too
saying?
many.
It's like all of them would have to. It's like everybody in the UK would have to watch that shit like 500 times. They'd have to click
Or they
on that.
got a bunch of bots.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to the by the way, shout out to the Parlor of East Wheaton. I haven't done my Parlor of East Wheaton commercial in a while. Shout out to the Parlor of East Wheaton. Shout out to my best friend in the world, So Deep, said nearly 70 million in the UK. Yeah, so I don't know how many times. Let's say it goes into it. It goes into a billion.
Man,
What? How many times? It goes into the billion about what? 15 times? So let's just say 10 times. So 10 times 20 is 200. It's probably something like 300 times. Like every person in
man,
the UK would have to click that shit 300 times. They'd have to watch that shit 300 times if it's everybody in the UK where they're from.
that's too many. Too many. Ain't nobody
It's
got that
not.
much time in one day.
It can't possibly be true.
Man, and the zone had. I mean, I know they last reported they had what 20 million subscribers. I bet that number is lower now. I bet that number is lower now.
20 million subscribers with 20 billion impressions.
Yeah, what? So what? 1,000 times the subscribers? But or what? No, 100.
Exactly. If they're talking about the fight, their subscribers would have to hit that shit 1,000 times.
Then they laugh.
They must be
Oh wow.
counting YouTube. They must be counting that. There's nothing they could count to get them to 20 billion. There's nothing they could count. They could throw in the people that showed up. They could show the people that watched it on streams. They could show it up. They could throw up people that heard about it in laundromats. You're not going to get, you know what I'm talking about? Somebody could have walked down the street and said, hey, are you watching the Eubank fight? And said it to 500 people. You could count all 500 people of those as an impression, and you're still never going to get to 20 billion. That shit is absolutely fucking ridiculous, bro.
It is. Like man, and that's something that should let people know. Like, hey, this stuff isn't doing as well as they saying it is. And I mean, it should be common sense by this point. I mean, like, these are the same people saying.
I'm sorry, I'm going to research this. Let me see. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Okay. But yeah, I was gonna say like this is probably the same people saying that Canelo and Crawford is projected to do up to 750 million in revenue. That's what they're saying. 750 million. They say it's gonna do better than Floyd and Pacquiao. That's what they're saying right now. And I bet you it's these same people. Like that's the part that's crazy to me. Because it's like the fact that
hold on, watch this shit.
Oh yeah.
Guess how many impressions the last Super Bowl had?
Should I say maybe 20 million?
It had 5 billion impressions.
Ah.
The last Super Bowl had 5 billion impressions.
So it's
Turki
doing 4 times better than the Super Bowl.
Exactly. They had 4 times more impressions for Conor Benn and Chris Eubank than they had for the Super Bowl.
Mm.
Hold on, let me see something.
And without the commercials?
Dude, the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, the final match between Argentina and France had 100. The global live view for the tournament had 175 million viewers, 1.4 total reach of 1.4 billion viewers. And that's Argentina versus France.
Man. These people got no shame.
Now they said they saw in the World Cup, the total World Cup conversation globally for the total World Cup was 147 billion impressions for the World Cup, for the entire World Cup. So they're trying to say that in the World Cup, how many matches are in the World Cup?
Man, I couldn't even tell you. I know it ain't Man, it's like the playoffs, damn near,
I
for
bet you that
NBA.
there's no way that they had a bigger impression than a World Cup match. There's no fucking way, bro.
370.
Oh, they
No,
lying.
no fucking way.
They
And that's
most
the World
definitely
Cup.
lying about that.
Let me see some total number of matches in FIFA World Cup in 2024. 64 games, bro.
436.
So they had, let's do the math on this. And they had 144 divided by 64 equals 2 billion impressions per match. They're trying to tell you that Chris Eubank and Connor Ben had 10 times the number of impressions as a World Cup a FIFA World Cup match. If you believe that shit, you're out of your fucking mind. That's the only way that you can describe that.
I want to say,
More
let's
than
compare
the
it
Super
to
Bowl, they had more impressions than the Super Bowl, and more impressions than 10 times more impression than the average impressions for a FIFA World Cup match. You're out of your mind if you believe anything that these people tell you at any point in time in their lives. I don't believe how much money they say they're getting paid. I don't believe their impressions. I don't believe their views. I don't believe their YouTube channel views. I don't believe their Twitter views. I don't believe anything about you guys because you lie like fucking rugs. And you told me that you should lie like a rug. They lie about everything. But it's the whole world. Craig, tell me, and I think you're being funny. But bro, yeah, exactly. FIFA World Cup is literally the whole world. Chris Eubank and Connor Ben is a local fight. It is a local fight. That's not even a big word. Dude, there wasn't nobody in the United States trying to watch, really talking about Chris Eubank and Connor Ben. People in Mexico weren't stunting for that fight like that. No way.
I know I wasn't.
Man, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, during that day, I was eating some birthday cake with my son. I was worried about the fight, man. Like, man, I was gonna say, shoot, how many impressions did Mayweather and Pacquiao get? That's the one thing I'd say compared to that.
Well, let me see.
Man,
I'd have to do it. Let me do something. No, let me do something. Total impressions for Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. That's a good one.
oh, it should be at least double based on what they're saying about this fight.
They don't give a number. I guess they didn't waste their time with that shit. Because they said only thing they related was the pay-per-view buys and the revenue was over 100 million.
Yep. Because when your revenue ain't that high because your ticket prices and pay-per-view ain't that high, you gotta say, well, this many people, was putting their eyes on it. That's basically like
Rod Walker said pub level boxing, Eubanks and Ben. Yeah, and that was bigger. Anyway, man, there's nothing else I can really say, bro. Hey, look, I'm gonna do a live stream. The bonus, I gotta change up this bonus because I do gotta cut out. I'm gonna try to come back because you guys helped me. Fanon, 620K pay-per-view buys for UK bit. 620K pay-per-view buys for Eubank Ben. Where? Okay, for sure. I'll check the cash app, bro. Go ahead, Phoenix. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I was gonna say, man, with the who was it? No, Tiafimo. I'll say this about it. The way that he moving, I don't know how he don't get as much credit as Devin. because they did announce it at the presser. They announced it a former undisputed. I think they almost said two-time undisputed, but they said former undisputed. I thought they were introducing Devin, but nah, it was Tiafimo. So I'm like, hmm, They still announcing him as undisputed, despite what people are saying about him never being so at the time that he fought Devin. It does seem like everybody was
Hold on.
taking shots at
And,
every.
and that was who put on that press conference?
Yeah, it sounded like Turkey. I believe so.
Isn't it also Ring Magazine?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Ring
Yeah.
Magazine, Turki Al-Sheikh called Teofimo Lopez an undisputed champion. All of a sudden, he's undisputed again.
That's how they introduced him at the press conference. So that's the thing about me, where it's like, man, I don't think people realize how many times Ring Magazine been in trouble, and how many times they don't have to switch like their who is it, their staff around and shit, like whoever the president and all that is, because they was out there putting out fake shit to try to boost up certain fighters to get certain fights made, move the rankings around and shit, and have certain people in position to get title shots because they was getting paid on the back end by promoters and shit to go ahead and do that. So that's why you got, so that's why for me it's no surprise that the most lyingest motherfucker associated in boxing right now, Mr. Turkey, done by Ring Magazine. I'm looking at all the shit they be putting out. It's not a surprise to me. And I wouldn't be surprised if they end up getting in trouble for that shit again. Because with the way the Turkey been moving, telling people the scores of fights and all this extra shit, and the way that they be promoting stuff, man, if they have another investigation on Ring Magazine, I wouldn't be surprised about that. But they done got caught for that shit so many times in the past. So don't be surprised if so I wonder what they got Ramirez ranked at right now, and what they got some of them other people ranked at. I wouldn't be surprised if it's oh, they was like, top 30, and now all of a sudden they top 10 going into this fight. But yeah, man, when he was touching on that earlier, that came to mind, I was like, yeah, Ring Magazine out here, they moving funny. But like I said, it's no surprise when they associated with Turkey.
Exactly, bro. That shit's so fake, bro. All right, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Phoenix. You wanna, hey,
Yep,
man,
yep, I catch you later. All right.
You want to call a fight tomorrow?
Okay, I'll know for sure tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I get my sister to watch Little Dude.
All
And
right,
I'll
for
go
sure.
ahead and get some time to myself today.
All right, now, for sure. Let me know. All right, now.
All right, man.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Phoenix, let me give you my phone number, man, real quick. Don't leave till you go in the private chat.
Okay.
All right, there it is. You see it?
Yep, got it.
Oh, yeah. Text me, man. Text me with your name in it, man. Then I'll text you back.
All right, for sure. I'll go ahead and do that right now.
All right, that's one. Peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Hey, and if somebody could tell KQKC to text me, I got to talk to KQKC as well. So, hey, Soccer Love said for lifting the Black American fighters every time, bro. That's what we do, man. That's what I'm going to do. I'm telling you. I'm for black people, bro. The kid is for black people, man. Lock, stock, and barrel for black people, bro. I don't know what you Negroes is talking about with all this other nonsense, man. All boxing needs to do to be great for black people that enjoy boxing is for American boxing to be great. That's what we need. We need national boxing events. That's what we need. That's the thing I like about Rolly and Ryan. That's a national fight. Robert Garcia said that. He said it's an international event, but that's a national fight. I love that. Ryan Garcia and Devin, that's a national fight. Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, that's a national fight. And the more national fights we have, the more national fighters we're going to recognize. And the more national fighters that we recognize, the more interest there's going to be in national boxing. It makes sense to grow boxing from the ground up, not from the top down. Turki Al-Sheikh's structure of trying to take over and control boxing from the top down will never work. You have to have the ground, bro. You have to have the ground. And you are going to be able to get that through national organizations, because national organizations work with local, state, and local organizations. That's how the United States is structured. And the business organizations within the United States are always going to have to operate within that model. It's not good for us to pump our money outside the United States. It's not. And this whole thing with Turki al-Sheikh has been ridiculous. These guys aren't even having this fight available for people to go in New York to see. I mean, the people in New York cannot see these fighters fight in New York City. They're so desperately trying to push up the pay-per-view numbers that they basically blacked out. They blacked out. They did a reverse blackout. They blacked out the actual fight fans in New York, probably because they're. Hey, Fanon, did Bill Haney get caught tampering with the ring? Seen it on Southpaw? No, I didn't see that. I'll check it out. Anyway, in literally their own backyard, they can't see the fight. Just like the Mexican supporters of Canelo Alvarez can't watch Canelo Alvarez in person. Their actions are trying to push it so everybody has to buy the pay-per-view. And they're going to come out and say they did 50 million pay-per-views because they're a bunch of fucking liars, bro. Anyway, much love to everybody. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful day. Let me get the cash apps real quick, though. Thank y'all, man, so much for your support. It was a great day. Thank you to Nevi, man. Shout out to my best friend, Nevi. Craig Tillman said, for being a good man, not fake, with the $5 holler. Thank you, brother, for sure. We'll keep that up, too, man, because honestly, man, they're going to go bust this. I have to believe they're going to go bust at a certain point in time. And I think we're living in a really good time where these people, these liars, are getting exposed so much. Hey, Jameson, I got it. Yeah, text me again, Jameson. I got my phone. I got a new phone. Jameson, thank you so much. He said, the real support from real subscribers. Thank you, bro. He said, real support from real subscribers. Thank you so much, man. Fanon, 100. It's called Foundation. Yes, sir. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys so much for helping me reach the goal today. I really, really appreciate you. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.